Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be all about late graduation, why I'm graduating late, any tips and advice I have for you guys if you're graduating late, and just a backstory on why I'm graduating late. I know I was supposed to do this video a long time ago, but I'm just now having the time to actually sit down and film it for you guys. So yeah, if you guys have any questions at the end of this video, just leave them down in the comments and I will answer them. So yeah, let's just get right on into this video. Okay, so a little bit of backstory about why I'm graduating late. So the second semester of my sophomore year, I ended up having to leave the school that I'm at now because I had a balance on my account and I did not get it paid off in enough time. So I just decided that I was going to go home and go to community college. I ended up there at home for about 3 semesters just because I was having some issues with the school. They were kind of giving me the runaround. So I was at community college at home for about 3 semesters. But the whole time I was there, I was emailing my advisor back here the whole time saying, hey, you know, these are the classes that I'm taking. Am I okay? Are these classes that I need? Blah, blah, blah. She was saying yes. So I was taking the classes. So the community college here in the state of Illinois have this agreement with the universities in the state of Illinois that all of the classes will transfer over. Now that does not guarantee you that the classes will transfer over how you need them to. They're just telling you that they're going to transfer over. So I knew the classes were going to transfer over. I put a lot of trust into my advisor, so I didn't think to look at my transcript until last fall. When I came back, I didn't think to look at my transcript until the end of last semester. Don't know why I looked at it, but I noticed that I had taken 18 classes, and I noticed that all of the classes except for 3 transferred over as electives. And I was livid because my whole reasoning for emailing my advisor was so that all of the classes that I was taking at community college would transfer over as normal regular classes like psych or soc or English 245 or whatever, not English elective, you know. So I was very pissed off because there was so many classes that I had taken that I can't even use. So that is the main reason why I am graduating late. Again, to backtrack a little bit, I came into college in 2013. So if I was to be on the normal traditional 4-year plan, I was supposed to graduate last May, which was May 2017. I am now not going to graduate until May 2019. So technically I will not be graduating, or technically I will be graduating in 6 years altogether. So like I said, I was a little pissed off because, you know, my advisor was not doing her job. I was emailing her and I was asking her all these questions, and she's just emailing me back like, yeah, you're okay, you're okay. Well, obviously I was not okay because I can't use majority of the classes that I've taken. I could have saved myself some money and just sat out. I mean, that wouldn't have been a good idea either, but I still would have saved that money, you know. So I'm very pissed off about that. I know I probably should have looked behind and checked behind my advisor, and again, I had put way too much trust and responsibility in her hands. But I was assuming that, you know, because I was asking the questions that, you know, she would be giving me the right answers and not telling me something that wasn't valid. So I do take accountability for that. That is partially my fault, but I do put some blame on her as well because you know, she really wasn't doing her job. So like I said, I could actually have graduated in December of 2018, but I would have had to have done what I'm doing now, which is taking 21 semester hours every semester up until I graduated. And I thankfully have a professor who's very helpful and very motivating, and he believes in me, and he was just telling me, you know, if you do that, you're going to burn yourself out. And he felt like I would burn myself out to the point where I would not want to keep going and achieve my goal, which is my doctoral degree. So he felt as if I should stay and just take my time and go slow, which is why I won't be graduating until May of 2019. So that news that I got, I mean, he was honestly just trying to help. I mean, he wasn't trying to, you know, put me in a bad position or anything. So I definitely do appreciate that. But just getting that news after already being set back it was just kind of like, seriously, like I was just so discouraged and I was so let down. But I just wanted to kind of give you guys some advice on, if you're graduating late, you know, just try your hardest to not get so discouraged to the point where you want to drop out. I mean, it's going to be discouraging seeing people that you came in with graduate, and even people that, you know, have came in after you and they're graduating before you. Like, it is kind of discouraging, and it can be discouraging. But I just want you guys to know that as long as you're on the path to graduation, I'm here to say that it doesn't really matter how long it takes for you to graduate, as long as you're graduating late for like a good reason. Like, if you just basically fucked off and failed all of your classes and it's taking you 8 years to get your degree, I don't know. But I mean, if you have like a genuine situation, like you know you couldn't afford it or something like that, then like I said, as long as you get your degree, it doesn't really matter how long it takes you to get your degree. The motto that I live by is, you know, if someone has something to say about how long it's taking me to graduate, I go by the 3 F's. If you're not feeding me, effing me, or financing me, you have no say so in what I do, and I don't owe you any type of explanation whatsoever. You will get a lot of people who do not pay your tuition trying to tell you how you should have done your college career and blah blah blah. But like I said, they're not paying your college tuition, and 99.9% of the time they're not feeding you, effing you, or financing you. So therefore their opinion is invalid and irrelevant. So just try to keep the motivation and try to keep going and try to keep pushing if you are going to be graduating late. Like I said, I know it is so easy to get discouraged and get in a rut and just be really hard on yourself and not want to do anything. But for me, I'm just kind of looking at it as a blessing in disguise, because you know, I have so many newer opportunities coming my way. I have a bunch of new research opportunities coming that I'm going to be working on. I also have a few conferences that I'm going to be speaking at that relates to my research. So that was a blessing in disguise. Had I graduated in May, this past May, I wouldn't have had those opportunities. Or if I would have graduated in May 2018, I would have had some of those opportunities, but I wouldn't get the opportunities to speak at the conferences I'm going to be speaking at, because my research wouldn't have been taken off the ground at that point. So I really am grateful for that. I just have to remember that I'm not on my time, I'm on God's time, and everything happens for a reason. So also keep that in mind, that, you know, everything happens for a reason. So if you do get that news that you aren't graduating when you thought you were going to graduate, maybe something better is going to happen. Like maybe it's going to be a research opportunity or an amazing internship or something like that. So you got to try to keep a positive mindset so you don't get yourself down in the dumps and in a rut, and try not to be so hard on yourself. And also don't let people's opinions and judgments really, you know, affect how you feel, because a lot of times those opinions and judgments are coming from people who are not in the same space as you. So their opinions are actually just non-warranted at all. Like they don't even make sense. They don't even apply to what you're doing. So try to keep that in mind as well. So yeah, I really just want you guys to learn from my mistakes. So always double check and triple check behind your advisor. Have your parents double and triple check behind your advisor, and you as well. I've just been personally having some issues with my advisor, with her just trying to discourage me from doing certain things, and some of the commentary that she has been making to me. So like one thing she has said to me was, she asked me, you know, if my mother had higher education, and when she asked me, I'm like, well, yeah, my mother has 4 degrees, you know, what are you trying to get at? And I still don't know what she was trying to get at with that. But, you know, I always questioned, if I had said no, my mother didn't have higher education, where would that conversation have went, you know, past that? You know, so, you know, things like that. Like, she's putting her 2 cents into places where they don't go. I didn't ask you for that. You know, your job is to help me map out the classes that I need to take to graduate. That is it. That is all. You are not to put your 2 cents into what I should do for the rest of my life when you've never asked me what did I want to do. So you really can't tell me what minor I do and don't need, or what classes I should and should not take, because you've never asked me what I wanted to do with my life. Therefore, you cannot comment on what I'm, you know, doing, because you don't know. So yeah, I've just been having some really personal issues with my advisor, and you know, I'm pissed, my mom is pissed. So you know, it's just a lot going on with her. But I just want you guys to learn from my mistakes. Make sure you're double and triple checking behind your advisor, and even have your parents double and triple check behind the both of you to make sure that no one is missing anything and there's more than one set of eyes on it, so that you're not in the same predicament that I am in. And do not let your advisor discourage you. I highly doubt anyone will get an advisor like I have been having. But if you do, for whatever reason, do not let your advisor discourage you from doing anything, especially if it's something that you want to do. At the end of the day, you or your parents pay your tuition, not your advisor. So, yeah. Okay, guys, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe before you leave. And I will see you guys in my next video.